There we go. Good evening. Good evening. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? What's happening, everybody? Just real quick, I want to talk about this whole coronavirus and and everything that's going on around the coronavirus. I think it's very important for us to have a community conversation. Hey, what's happening, Latanya? Kwame, what's up, cousin? So we can have a community conversation around the issue of this virus and what we need to do as a community and as responsible leaders and people in our community to address this issue and take care of ourselves. And I'm going to go over a few articles and I'm going to play a video. I am not an expert. I am not a medical doctor, but I am a man who considers himself to have some type of damn common sense. And I am certified health and wellness coach. So part of this issue is around health and wellness in our community. We need to maintain our health and wellness to fight off these type of viruses and diseases and take care of ourselves. The recent report of the virus, with a guy getting on a plane, right? The report said he knew he tested positive, but he got on the plane anyway. Why would you get on the plane and put a group of strangers you don't even know, people you don't even know, people's families in danger? This is what we have to watch out for. Brothers, Sydney, what's up? Jessica Soto, Kevin Barstow, Jaretha, how you doing? This is what we have to watch out for. Is these fools that test positive and go into public places. That's why they're shutting down a lot of the public places, because people do stupid things, and it's really unfortunate. But I want to get into a video. I want to get into a video here of Dr. Ali Muhammad, which he breaks down the coronavirus and so we can have a understanding. Check this out, y'all.
We may not be able to conceive of. So, for example, one of the things that people are becoming aware of are the tremendous number of deaths that take place every year from ordinary influenza. In the United States, for example, every year you will have between 30 and 40,000 deaths from regular influenza, and that's considered to be normal. And it could even range higher than that, 60, 70,000 per year, and some years lower than that. So we have good seasons and bad seasons. This is from influenza. Well, where did the influenza virus come from? I'm using this as an example for all viruses. Where did they come from? Well, if you have, as you do in China, a situation where you have population congestion, you have human beings living in close proximity with animals. You have human beings living in close proximity to pigs and ducks and chickens. And so the history of influenza is that this is a virus that naturally recombined to produce something that can cause human disease. A bird virus infects a duck in a pond in China. That bird virus gets picked up by a pig who drinks from that pond water. And then that virus recombines inside the body of the pig so that it begins to infect the pig. A bird virus, in other words, has now jumped into a pig. And then who lives right next to the pig or who ends up eating the pig or slaughtering the pig is a human being. And so now an original bird virus that somehow was able to infect a pig now makes a second leap, species leap, you could say, into a human being. And now a bird virus that became a swine virus is now a human virus, and we call it influenza. And it has been plaguing the world ever since people thought it was a good idea to live in close proximity to a food source like ducks and pigs. So it's possible, it's remotely possible that this novel coronavirus is a natural virus, like they say. It came from a meat market in China. It came from bats. It came from this. It came from that. Well, that sounds like the green monkey story related to HIV. And then it turns out green monkeys had very little to do with HIV. Human biomolecular engineers had everything to do with the development of HIV as a biological weapon. And I think that the evidence is very strong right now. And I think the proof positive will come in the future. This was a biologically engineered weapon, probably done by Dr. Lieber and his team from Harvard University in conjunction with Johns Hopkins University and with Wuhan University in China and other government agencies in China. They developed this. They will have to explain to the world why they thought this was such a good idea to do.
And we show you.
Now, you know, what's crazy is that they just, hello, everybody. What's up, everybody? It's crazy that they just arrested someone from Harvard University. I'm trying to, as we speak, I'm trying to get trying to pull. I'm trying to pull the screenshot, but they just arrested someone from Harvard University being in cahoots with the Chinese government. So, you know, a lot of things the government is not telling us about what is actually happening with the coronavirus. So, but I want to move on from that because I want some people. We also discussed the need for. Did I close? I closed the window. So UNICEF. UNICEF says the coronavirus is large in size, where the cell is diameter and is 450 microns, and for this reason, any mass prevents its entry. So it's probably good to in public places. It is probably good to wear some masks. It says the virus does not settle in the air, but is grounded, so it's not transmitted by air. So they say, but it's kind of confusing because then they tell you to wear masks, but then they say that it's not transmitted, is transmitted by air. So it says the coronavirus, when it falls on the fabric, it remains for 9 hours. So washing clothes or being exposed to the sun for 2 hours meets the purpose of killing it. that's what all the doctors are saying, that the coronavirus does not survive in the heat. So hopefully, God willing, the hotter it gets, the better it will be to kill, to actually kill. Yes, that's it, Latanya. Thank you. Harvard professor arrested for part of ongoing crackdown. Yes, February 4th. Absolutely. So you're absolutely right, Latanya. That was it. So that was it. So yes, he did. Yes, he did, Latanya. He mentioned it, and he called it. He knew where it came from. That's right. That's right. Well, he was close. Lieber, not let's oh man, I gotta let me see if I could bring it up. I'm gonna bring that. I'm gonna bring that part again. Let's see if I could bring that up again. Let's see if I could bring. Let me see if I could bring Dr. Aleem, the part that where he stated that. Let's see if I could bring that up again.
And then it turns out green monkeys had very little to do with HIV. Human biomolecular engineers had everything to do with the development of HIV as a biological weapon. And I think that the evidence is very strong right now. And I think the proof positive will come in the future. This was a biologically engineered weapon, probably done by Dr. Lieber and his team from Harvard University in conjunction with Johns Hopkins University and with Wuhan University in China and other government agencies in China. They developed this. They will have to explain to the world why they thought this was such a good idea to do.
Yes, he called it. He called it. He named him, and as you pointed out, Latanya, that they moved on it. They moved on it. So at the end of the day, like I don't think we're new to all this. As y'all know, that they shut down, postponed the season of the NBA. They postponed the season of the NBA, so they taking it seriously, and because one player tested positive. But I really want to talk about prevention. I mean, I believe that we have to be very serious about prevention here. So the CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, these are the steps that they talk about in protecting yourself. So clean your hands, and says wash your hands often with soap and water, 20 seconds, especially after you have been in a public place, and after blowing your nose, coughing, or sneezing. If soap and water is not readily available, use hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Cover all surfaces and hands and rub them together. Avoid your eyes, nose, and mouth. It's 2 players now. Thank you, Joy. And it's going to be more. It's because they're not testing. They're not testing. Yesterday on MSNBC, Governor Cuomo said that one of the reasons why, and I'm paraphrasing, but I know because China has contained China has contained their coronavirus infections to zero. But one of the reasons Governor Cuomo was talking about it yesterday on MSNBC, China was doing 5,000 tests a day. 5,000 tests a day. As of yesterday, when Governor Cuomo was on MSNBC, the governor stated the United States has only done 5,000 tests, period. So you're talking about a country with the population size of China, they were knocking out 5,000 tests a day until the other day, I'm going to say yesterday, the United States only done 5,000 tests. So that is part of the problem because the United States is not doing tests. The more that they do tests, it's guaranteed they're going to find more people. So when you have 32 to 34 states that have cases of the coronavirus, and then the other states are not acting as a state of emergency, it causes a bigger problem for the situation because of the fact that these other states are not taking it serious because they do not have it. So these states need to be acting as an urgency itself. And if these states were actually doing tests according to the professionals, they would actually probably find them there in them states, in the states also. Right. And it says steps to protect others. Keep your ass at home if you're sick. If you got a cold, stay home. Just stay home. I mean, I think, your job will understand. Your job will understand that and wear a damn face mask. I mean, we always laughed at the Chinese all the time for wearing face masks, but I guess they knew something that we didn't, right? So clean and disinfect. Clean and disinfect. And let me tell you something. And I'm not just saying that because I don't eat meat anymore, but if you are a chicken eater, right, your kitchen is always infected because the chicken is one of the most dirtiest animals. And even if you use bleach, all that bacteria is still around your house when you eat chicken. So, I'm not just saying that. I'm just giving facts. She said definitely, Kathy said definitely my daughter is thinking of going to Florida for spring break, and the state tourism department is like, we're good here. Come out for spring break, everyone. Thanks a lot, Florida. Right, Kathy? We all should be we all should be every state government should be on high precaution. Every government should be on high precaution because look what just happened, Kathy. Look what just happened. The guy got on the plane in New York, going to where? Florida, because Florida got their arms open to everybody, and he had tested positive, and now everybody on the plane is infected. But please, people, you can disinfect. You don't have to get all these fancy disinfectant that cost $9.99 and $15. You could just get a bottle of bleach and put it in a bucket of water and clean. You could get a bottle of bleach, or you could get some eucalyptus or camphor. Put that in the water. Disinfect the air. There's a lot of things that you could do, and definitely wash your hand. And when you come home, take your clothes off. And because you've been out in the population. So, I mean, there's things that we can do to protect ourselves as a community, and drink a lot of water, hydrate. Definitely, if hydrate. Water is the best thing for your body. Some ginger. Get some ginger. Work out a little bit. Make your body sweat. Open up your pores. Get to clean your system. Detox. It's a lot of things you could do to help you to fight infection, not just from the coronavirus, but just infection. We had an officer that we thought had the coronavirus. He ended up with the damn swine flu, the swine flu. And we was like, where the hell did that come from? So sometimes we just don't have to worry about the coronavirus. We have to worry about other viruses. So I just wanted to make that clear. And I definitely wanted to play Dr. Alim's video and update. So New York State has a mobile testing site in New Rochelle. It's coming underway. And I can almost guarantee you that once they have this mobile testing site, they're going to see more people infected. They are. They're going to actually see more people infected because they're actually doing the test now. And I do think that's good, because the only way you're going to correct the problem is identify it and identify who has the problem. So we went through that. So New York City, they banned most gatherings more than 500 people. I think that's a good idea. That is an excellent idea to ban gatherings more than 500 people. We have to take these type of precautions, and we should have been taking these type of so I want to thank y'all, man, for coming on, because we need to address a lot of things as a community, and we need to communicate with each other, and we need to share information, share this type of information, and so we can help each other, man, because this coronavirus, it seems like our Hey, Latanya, I thought I sent you the link to the party, but I don't know. My wife's having her own conversation on the thread, but that's nothing new. Um, but what else was I gonna say? So we have to share information. We have to handle this as a community, because of the fact that the government is acting real slow in doing this. So we have to empower ourselves and empower our circles to address this issue. Let's not think that Black folks can't get the coronavirus. I've heard that too. That's foolish to think that we cannot get the coronavirus. So I think we have to. He says, Wayne said, I have a buddy who lives in Harlem. He decided to pack up and go to his family upstate because he's scared they're going to shut down the island of Manhattan. No, I don't think this is. I think they should have did this a long time ago. You know, I really did. I think they're kind of slow, but because of the fact that they're slow in getting the testing, that's why we don't know who has it. I think that's it. That's the problem. Thank you for keeping us informed. I will also suggest community food banks for our kids. Absolutely, absolutely, Latanya. Listen, you know, in our communities, especially the communities of color, um, we really need to get back in the same attitude as the Black Panthers used to do. We should really be getting back and doing breakfast for our kids and doing dinners for our kids. We're coming, myself and other organizations, we're coming out, we're going to go public soon with the report of the state of Black children in Westchester County. And for us to be a progressive county that they say they are, Black children are in a condition that needs to be addressed. And then what we really need to have in the Black community is we really need to have some type of healing factor between the Black man and the Black woman. I had this conversation with someone this morning because we were talking about the young lady that got beat up out in Brooklyn by the group of boys. And my position was, yes, we do need men to talk. We do need men to talk to those young men. But we also need a healing factor because we need the village back. That at the end of the day, they're children. So we need the healing factor between the Black man and the Black woman on the family level for these children. We can't get around it. Right now, we're fighting each other, and we don't, and we have lost the family factor. The Black family factor is lost. See, that should be a part of the political agenda. How do you strengthen the Black family? Because if you strengthen the Black family, you strengthen the Black community. But right now, we talking everything else, but we're not talking how do you strengthen the Black family. And you're absolutely right. Black Healing Conference? Oh, we could do that too. I mean, we could do Latanya, we got to sit and talk. We could definitely do that too. We could definitely do all that too, because we can't and you also said the winning team is usually identified by white people. That unfortunately is how we choose. Well, yeah, absolutely. You know, absolutely. And they will never, and you will never see actually grassroots person rise up in politics. You'll never see that. They wanted to label President Obama as a community organizer, but he fell into that. I mean, the real person had roots in the Black community was Michelle. It wasn't Barack as far as Chicago. It wasn't Barack. Let's tell the truth. You know, and I'm not taking nothing from the brother and what he did. And I think him being president and seeing and seeing a Black man debate the best that white America could give is a good thing, man. I mean, it's a good thing. But at the end of the day, you know, we didn't get anything. But we have to strengthen the Black family. I don't care what we say. We have to have some type of healing between the Black man and the Black woman. You know, and some of y'all Black women might get mad at me, but you know, I really don't care, man. Like some of this, all this stuff that's going on, and y'all have cut off the Black man. Y'all cut off the Black man, and then y'all wonder, well, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Well, we've been standing here, but you haven't seen us for the last 5 or 6 years. You know, and women need healing just as well as men need healing. Women need healing just as well as men need healing. Black women, Black men need healing too. And I think we should heal before we get into a relationship, because really what happens is two broken people get together to have another broken relationship. And then all of a sudden, the Black man ain't this, and the Black woman ain't this, and the Black man ain't that. And who suffers? The Black children. Because of our foolishness and ignorance. And then we want to blame the Black children that's out in the street wilding out, because the black man and the black woman are broken. But we don't want to recognize that we're broken. We just want to blame each other that the other one's broken. But we're both are broken. And until we get to that point, the black community is going to be crazy. That's even before we get to politics. Because the truth of the matter is we got broken black people in politics. And that's why our communities don't get any better. That's why our communities look the way they look. Because we have broken black leaders. Broken black men. Men don't want to be black men. They want to be leaders for everybody instead of saying, I'm a black leader. Now, one white man has to say that he is a white leader. He does what he needs to do to show it. We got to get it together. I have a theory. It's called baggage, and it has been collected from birth and carried by black women and black men. We must identify baggage and learn where to unpack it. Black children receive baggage that each parent carries. I have a formula. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. We got to talk, LaTanya. We got to, I think this is good because, I do not just promote in plant-based power, just eating right. That's part of it. But we have to be spiritually right. We have to put the right foods in our body. And then we have to put the right things in our mind to feed our spirit. And if we're not doing that, ain't nothing going to change in the black community. I'm going to tell you that straight up. Because I've been talking this stuff for over 15 years. And then I came up under people that have been talking what I'm talking about over 30 years. And now I'm in my 50s. I'm like, well, hell, we got to train up people in their 30s to talk about what I've been talking about for the last 15 years. Then that means we're doing something wrong. We're seriously doing something wrong. So I want to thank everybody for coming on today, man. I wanted to keep to the coronavirus, but I got onto another subject. But it's part of that, because I think part of our sickness is Rome wasn't exactly, brother. Rome wasn't built in a day, but our ancestors and our mentors that I've been coming up with, they've been speaking this for the last 50 years. For the last 50 years, man. So I think we have to we have to see what's going on. Sooner or later we got to change what we're doing. Then if we're doing the same thing and expecting a different result, then we're the ones that are insane. But we have to we have to get that relationship between the black man and the black woman. I don't want nothing, I mean.